Good morning, everybody. Reverend Patty here. I'll take my glasses off. There's my crooked bird feeder. That's because the squirrel goes in and eats everything put out there for the birds. I'll fix that later. Anyways, it's a beautiful day here in Mundelein, Illinois. And I want to talk to you a little bit about grief. You know, we all experience grief, and everybody grieves differently, first of all. And I want to share with you a story that I read many years ago. I do not know who the author is, so I'm just going to share it with you. It's not my story, all right? And the story is about a man and his child. He's walking down the street with his 10-year-old son. His son notices that there's a bird on the sidewalk, and he says to his dad, "Dad, is that bird alive?" And the father says, "Let's go take a look." The bird didn't move when they got there. The dad said, "Son, the bird's dead." He said, "Yeah." So the little boy was looking at the bird, and then he looks up at his dad and he says, "Dad, are you and mom going to die?" And the father said, "Yes, one day we will die." And the little boy was contemplating, and he said, "Dad, does everything in life die?" And the father said, "Yes, son, it does." And the little boy, with his wandering, inquisitive mind, asks a very important question. He says, "Why?" And the father says, "Because that's what makes life so precious." How profound, how meaningful, how loving. And I'm here today to just tell you that your life is very, very precious. And the ones around you are very, very precious. And sometimes when people die, we grieve deeply. And I've always said that our grief sometimes shows us how deeply we loved. Yeah. And it hurts. But in our society, we have been brought up to hurry up and get through grief. You know, corporate America gives you 3 days off. Well, that's not long enough because it really takes a lifetime to move through some of our grief that is so deep and so profound. And being a hospice chaplain, I've seen a lot of people grieve. There's pre-grievement and then there's post-grievement. And our heart hurts. And we've sort of been brought up with some myths about grief. And the first grief, I took a certification course in grief, and I want to share you what they say the 5 myths of grief are. And one is, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. How could you not feel bad? When you lose a loved one, a pet, or an opportunity, a promotion, a piece of jewelry that had meaning to you, we all grieve. And grief is different for everybody. And the second myth is we want to hurry up maybe and replace what we lost. You know, find another partner, find another wife, find another husband. Y- You can't. Or we hurry up and we get another pet. We don't give ourselves enough time to grieve. A therapist once told me that after I got out of relationships, I should give myself 1 year to process my grief because it just wasn't about the relationship. It was about the dreams, the expectations that I had, the things that I really enjoyed about the relationship. I always thought that maybe I was grieving the person, but I came to realize it was the things that I really love doing with that person. You understand what I'm saying? All those tender moments, all those moments of laughter and joy and just building together a life. And sometimes the second myth is that we believe that we should grieve alone, or that people are afraid to ask us, "Hey, how you doing without your loved one? How you doing without your pet?" Y- the other day my brother called and his dog died, and we both were crying on the phone together. I never met the dog because he lives in Indiana, but that was his buddy, that was his pal, that was his walking partner. We don't have to grieve alone. And it's okay for us to ask people, "Hey, how you doing in life without your loved one, without your pet? How you doing since, maybe you didn't get that promotion and at your job?" It's tough. We don't have to do it alone. And it's okay for us to ask people how they're doing. And the other one is that we tell ourselves we have to be strong. Why do we have to be strong? This hurts. This really, really hurts. Our world was blown up. Sometimes we lose a job. We lose financial security. That's grieving. How do we deal with that? If you can't talk to somebody personally, then get a therapist. Learn from it. Grow from it. Grief is difficult, and every day in some way, shape, or form we might be grieving. We're missing something, or something out of life that we once had and that isn't there anymore. Sometimes grief leaves a big hole in our heart, and we feel like the wind is blowing through our heart, and it's burning deeply. Yeah. And sometimes we think we have to stay busy so we don't think about our grief. We don't feel our grief. Well, how do we move through our grief? Sometimes, people lose loved ones, children, and that's the most profound grief there is. You move through it, but you never get over it, especially if that person was so meaningful to you and you had a wonderful relationship. And then the other myth is, time heals all wounds. No, it doesn't. We have to take the time to reflect on that relationship or that loss that we had and feel it in our hearts so that energy doesn't get congested in our heart area. And then we begin to feel ill. We have to take care of ourselves when we've had deep and profound loss in our lives. I just want to give you some food for thought. I know this is supposed to be midweek meditation, but sometimes I'm going to make this about sharing some of the knowledge that I have gained through my 70 years of living and my educational background of being a chaplain and being a minister and my education that I got from both. Because we're all here to help each other. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to support you in what you do in life and to help you get clarity. And, we're all greatly loved. And I think we need to take the time in our lives to feel it, to feel the love of life loving us. Let's begin there with the love of God loving us. Take a moment and close your eyes and let life hold you. Let God hold you. Let the energy of God cradle you. Let Jesus put a healing balm upon your heart and soul. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to be mad that they left, especially if they left unexpectedly, or that you lost your job unexpectedly, or you lost a precious piece of jewelry. If we don't feel our feelings, they still stay alive inside of us. And then they do havoc to our bodies. It hurts our bodies. How do we mend our hearts? So right now, I would just like for you to put your hands on your heart. Put both your hands on your heart and close your eyes. And breathe. You know, when we're stressed, it means that we need to rest and we need to reflect. When we're feeling stressed, we need to rest and reflect. Take in the breath of God and exhale out. Just let your body let go. Let go of the stress, the racing thoughts, the tsunami of feelings. Let it all go and close your eyes. And just focus on your chest, breathing up and down, in and out, up and down, in and out. You are so precious. Affirm to yourself, I am a precious soul of the living God. I am a dynamic soul. I am here to live life fully and abundantly. I am here to do God's will. Our purpose in life is to love. God is love. We are love. We must take the time to love ourselves. Learn to love ourselves the way Jesus would love us. Just relax and be in the stillness. In the stillness is the silence, and the silence is more powerful than any words we could ever speak. Feel the love of God streaming down the crown chakra of your head. See a beautiful white, dazzling pink light. The light of God. The love of God. The healing wholeness of God streaming into your body and cradling your heart. Let God love you. Let God love you. In these few moments of silence, listen to the birds. Listen to the wind. Allow your soul to unfold into a greater dimension of life. Know that you are greatly loved and adored by God. There's nothing in the world you could ever do or say or be that would turn God's love away from you. Practice the stillness. Practice sitting in your power of your soul. Your soul will reveal to you more than you can possibly imagine. Your soul will heal you. Your soul will guide you. Your soul will inspire you. Visit here often and be loved and be loving. You are greatly loved, and so it is. Amen. Have a beautiful, incredible day, for you are an incredible soul. Love you.